let's do this. So hello there everybody, welcome back for another week of Wargames Tutorial Thursday with your host, your favorite Fate. This is the weekly Q&A FAQ, yada yada yada, unofficial, something like about the Interstellar Marines development and all that jazz. Yeah, weekly community gathering. I'm sure you all get the picture by now. I don't know why do I keep repeating it at the beginning, but hey, it's my training for these fucking intros and all that jazz that I'm never gonna do. Nothing scripted. But hey, without further ado, let's get to the news for this week. And we actually do got some news because Trello has freaking exploded by Tama out of nowhere. With all sorts of stuff. Well, actually, I remember only 2 of them, and I don't have the Trello open right now, but I recommend going and checking it out, because one of those things is a grenade! Yeah, and from what I understood, it seems to be somewhat functional. I don't know, whatever. You can go read it yourself. So one of the things that he's working on, and has been testing on, if I understood correctly, is, well, throwable grenade, or grenade in general. I don't know. I just quickly looked at the stuff because there were so many things that he added, so I wasn't sure which like are things that are still under works and which are done, basically. So have a good look, see. But another thing that's been on the works is the aim concentration. That you know, basically pressing the sprint button, aka shift, you will. For momentarily hold your breath, I guess, or whatever, concentrate on the aiming, which is going to be a huge game changer. So I'm looking forward for that, because, you know, I say that I will finally be able to aim. Oh, you know what? That sounded so badass that I'm going to be playing unsuppressed SMG this round, this game. So, you know, I say that, oh, I will finally get to aim, but I still suck at aiming. But it's going to make it a hell of a lot better for me to actually hit people when sniping with the AR. With the SMG, it's no problem. But with the AR, it's like, I can't do it, man. And sorry for all the coughing and stuff. It's this week you will have your favorite sick thing. I'm sure that was the last week too, but details, details, details. Am I right? What else was there? I was trying. The Christmas Mayhem is happening this year again. I was trying to get some information out when would the date be, and they didn't really know, and the only guess they gave was on the 16th, so on the weekend, on Sunday, I don't know. So don't take that with a pinch of salt. It's probably not gonna happen on Sunday, but it might happen on Sunday. So the Xmas Mayhem is making its return for this year. Just don't know when. But yeah, really excited for the grenades and in particular the zoom thing. On the side note, I'm wondering how, like, what boxes would the grenades be in? That would be interesting because technically it would make sense to have it on ammo crates, but technically speaking, grenade. By the way, I should say I'm speaking too early. We don't know. I don't know what the stage the grenades are right now, so I'm just gossiping about them. How we would get them for the Wargames or the multiplayer. I guess for the multiplayer, everybody has 1 or 2 grenades at the beginning, maybe 1 to avoid the spamming. So you actually, who knows? Oh, if only you could pick up ammo and equipment from the. Who knows? Maybe that could be something for the co-op and the multiplayer that you can pick up. Yeah, like actually have some sort of introduce the grenade with some sort of inventory system. So you can actually, like, actual inventory system that you can pick up stuff and drop stuff on the co-op and the multiplayer. Because that way you could, technically speaking, yeah, like in the multiplayer you would have only 1 grenade, but you could pick it up more from the enemies. Or something like that. Maybe also introduce limited ammo for the stuff, so you have to loot the enemies to get the ammo they had. And yeah, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I almost yeah, I don't know. I gotta give credit for when it is due. Oh, god damn it, I missed the freaking, like, how Tama has been in. You know, I have criticized him in the past. He's got really pissed off for me because I was, you know, worrying about the leaning feature. I was trying to get the answers from him, and my god, he got pissed at me for that. Oh, in general, criticizing the stuff. So I gotta hand it to him for suddenly, out of nowhere, you know, because all the volunteers being quiet and all that, and just out of the blue, boom, he's like, all right, guys, I'm working on this. Bam, 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 bam. Look at all this shit that I'm doing. And hopefully, you know, that will get the other volunteers on as well. He's, that being said, he's also one of the volunteers who are working on the tech demo thing. Along with the power manga, and I'm not sure who else is involved. So, we can expect some good stuff, hopefully. Although, when is that happening? We will have to wait and see. And there's way too many bots for my comfort. In here, and I got shot by someone. Wait, what? New rank? Did I hear that right? Did I somehow get a new rank? Wait, what? In the middle of the game, my TR reset to 1. Okay. That is a interesting bug. Is it the bottom combination that I hit or something? I don't know. Well, I'm a TR 1 now. But yeah. So, as I was, before I got sidetracked all, you know, because that's what I do. I forgot I'm playing Unsilenced today with the SMG because, my god, this sound is badass. So, what once it gets implemented for a co-op, it should be must-have. For the multiplayer, must-have. For Wargames, must-have. But the Wargames makes it interesting because the other game modes don't really have any sort of inventory system, so to say. Or rather, it's technically speaking, we do have an inventory system as we speak, but it's not the kind that you like expect in a way that you can actually. Oh, there's just way too many bots for me. I may have to go silence just for this one occasion. Because of this. Yeah, I can't go unsilenced there. So, technically speaking, it would make sense to have the grenades in the ammo, but then again, the grenade is also a weapon on its own, so it could be on the weapons crates, which are far more rarer than the yeah, far more rarer than the ammo crates or the other stuff. Oh, I can explain. Okay, that just happened. So yeah, who knows? Maybe the weapon crates. Although right now, all the weapon crates, as we speak, pretty much all the crates are set. There's no randomized features on them, so maybe you could have some sort of. Let's see how far we'll get on the ranks on during this stream. So maybe some sort of rudimentary system that will make it so that the sorry that I'm out of it. I have fever and all that jazz, so I'm a bit out of everything right now. Is that a dude? That is a dude. There's a dude down there. I hope they got voice comms. I was spying on them last week. Well, the last week's footage. And they did not. And something stabbed on my back. It was a CTR. So they were using the in-game chat. I'm like, dude, why do you guys even bother? Just, you're all on the Discord. Why aren't you using that? It's just... Well then, I can't enter from here. But yeah, maybe some sort of like, not only that it would swap the locations of the, maybe you have like limit the number of like, you have a set number of each crate here. So you would limit how many crates can actually be black and how many is the minimum and the maximum for the weapon crates, the bullets and so forth. So in most cases you still probably would have the least amount of black crates, but you'd still have them, maybe variable number, same with the points and all that. And have them swap these, like, they already have set locations, so if you somehow could shuffle the color of the crate, let's say, because these locations are technically locked, but you could swap the skin and the contents of it. I'm not sure how, maybe right now it's all like, you have set, it's not, I think all these crates are entities on its own, but if you could somehow make it so that you can swap the entity by a shuffle, the location would switch. I'm not sure. Am I making any sense to anyone? Like, I'm trying to talk in game terms. So, game terms. I forgot. God damn it. I have this on silence. So basically, what I think right now is that each crate is technically just manually placed a separate entity on its own. And I can't find any crates here. Yep, I just mentioned that, Jazzmaster, that the trello has gone full ham earlier. But, so, I think each crate right now is a single entity. And if somehow you could make that all these entities are pulled into a single list, and somehow shuffle that list and the number of crates, and they would be randomly spread to those set locations they are. I can confirm, Jazzmaster, it's not a false hope. I mean, we don't know when we are getting them, but they are not false hope because we have... There's even video related to the grenades, I think, or something. I didn't check on the video, but there are not only screenshots, but now we also have videos that it shows that these things are actually being worked on, or to some extent they are working. But when are we getting them? I don't know. Alright, here we go. Team FB, there we go. That's Giggles down. FB Giggles. And I didn't get there in time. Who got me? God damn it, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Power Manga got me. Well, I think... Not, because if you would wanna do that, you'd do that with the bullets too right now. And as far as I know, nobody flinches when they're getting hit. So technically speaking, you can add that later. That's something, you know, it doesn't... I wouldn't add such animations. And besides, if the Marine dies, he goes to ragdoll anyway. Oh god, that's actually gonna be fun! Yeah, as you just had to ragdoll. Yeah. Oh my god, I hope there's some sort of a blast wave, like a power effect that just makes the ragdoll. Because we have the ragdoll already, so I'm really looking forward for these grenades right now. If they have actual physics where it just pushes the ragdoll somewhere. Oh god, what was the announcement? Thanks. But yeah, I'm totally hyped about all this jazz. But yeah, with the whole grenades, once they do get added into the actual game, I hope they will get to all of the game. Actually, I think once the grenades get implemented, they should come with the whole inventory system. Even something basic like just having boxes. Like if you press M, maybe somewhere here you would see inventory. and you could drag and I don't know, drag somewhere to drop items and all that jazz. Something very, very basic. And god damn it, I keep adding that damn suppressor in this for no reason. So I have something basic. I don't know, maybe add a new key combination for I doesn't have anything, P doesn't have anything, E, well, that's probably gonna be on leaning. So maybe I for inventory, and it would open some sort of a very simplistic boxes menu that you could drop stuff, maybe a split the stack of bullets, stuff like that. Maybe even drop the weapon. That would be cool. I don't know why would you do that, but who knows? Oh, okay, this whole idea is spurring me into more ideas constantly. So, you know, why would you drop a weapon? What if you had only specific amount of you could carry only 2 weapons? I don't know, it doesn't really make sense, but imagine if you could only have limited inventory space, something like Commandos, if anybody remembers that game. So just something, or maybe, you know, having all 3 weapons add to weight, and so with the inventory system you would have a set weight that somehow affects the movement speed and how high you can jump, or I don't know. Basically, if you are fully geared up, you have like 300 ammo on something, you can't jump on top of this, because trust me, ammo is freaking heavy. Even with just 1 mag, it's surprisingly heavy, and when you're carrying multiple mags, yeah. Oh, that's one of the things I completely forgot. Not only Tama has made a grenade, or he's working on a grenade, he's working on concentrated aiming. He fucking made a drone out of nowhere. A functional drone. That one has a video on it too, attached. I mean, it's very simplistic looking, but it is a drone. And we will, like, I know there's been a lot of talks about there is technically AI for the drone. Like, way back for the, for this game mode, for the Wargames. Like, they had a functioning drone at some point. That is from Kim's mouth. But we never actually saw anything, and it's basically been forgotten until this day when, out of nowhere, Tama is like, oh hey, look, a drone! Which is like... Sorry. And not only that the drone can follow and stuff like that, like, you know, have a simple AI, apparently it's already animated to the point where the lenses themselves move. Like, all sorts of things. He had, from, if I understood correctly from the chat, he has made all these things already. So the whole camera follows and moves, but also the lenses will kind of zoom. If I understood correctly, there's lenses on it that kind of move and zoom, technically. Something like that. But, like, all of these, bam, out of the blue, just now, this week, from a few days ago, or something like that. He is a beast. And this is on top of the fact that he's working on the freaking tech demo with Powerbanger and stuff, so... I don't know what the... I know that some of the other volunteers are helping them out a bit to some extent, but I don't know who's working on what right now, or if the other volunteers are working on something else. There hasn't really been any talk, but yeah, they are getting some help now. For instance, audio and some other visual stuff helping out for the mountains. Might as well go here. But yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing them in game anytime soon. But once we do, it's like, oh, I mean, right now, like, we don't exactly know what does the drone do aside from follow the players. But if we get, I can think couple implications for the, well, aside from Wargames, where you could maybe set it to like a fly somewhere on the sky, following at the general rough location of a leading team, and but for just imagine something like a Assault on Starcrown map, you could maybe deploy the drone and control it yourself. Like, just give some information to everybody or something, I don't know. Who knows, if you get it too low, the CTRs could see it and shoot it down. I don't know if it has such a functionality. I think it's immortal right now. I don't think the coding's that far where you could actually shoot down the drone. But it could be funny. Oh! That actually, you know, adding some functionality to the drone for the war games, if it was following the people, what it could do is beep the same way that these supply crates do. Maybe not so loud as this one, but something along those lines, so you could actually follow it like, oh, it's beeping on that direction. But then again, these maps are quite small and it would probably get shot down relatively easily if it had such a function. The possibilities are endless. And I'm just gossiping right now. I really shouldn't. That's like, usually I avoid the hype, but like, I just gotta do. I just been caught off guard right now with all these things, because even I wasn't really told anything about it. Ooh, that is a good point. What if the drone is on the enemy side? Well, I mean, okay, that maybe something like very basic at the beginning. Add a searchlight to it, because the CTRs react to the light. So if you had like a searchlight blasting a beam of light out, basically a flashlight attached to the drone, and it's flying on the Starcrown, just patrolling on Starcrown and reacting to sounds. Like if there's gunfire or something interesting, it would fly that area and start searching for it. And if it finds a player that gets hit by the beam of light, that triggers all the CTRs around it, or at least the ones that are in the nearby vicinity. Because, you know, during the dark times, if something gets hit by a flashlight, the CTRs go full ham on that shit. Oh, I hope the next update comes anytime soon, because I wouldn't want to wait until next summer just for some performance stuff. But yeah, I have been reading a lot of comments about the messages that they've been putting to Facebook, and I agree with the people that, you know, rather than just doing this, you know, getting everything fully done and then releasing it, they should, like, just keep whatever they have, just update the game as it is. So even it's like, oh, hey guys, we fixed the lighting issue, just put that out. Like, if it helps with the performance, that alone is something. Because, oh my god, if somebody could fix this damn hard light. Because right now, looking at the sky, lovely 40 FPS, 50. If I look to the ground here, solid 60. Like, just 20 FPS drop just by looking at the sky with hard light. Or just going to Luna is like, oh man. I don't want to, but I don't have anything else to do but go to the docking bay. So with all these things actually being added to Trello and seeing how quote-unquote far they are, I think we're gonna see an update sooner rather than later. At least to some extent. Because these are kind of new stuff that nobody even, like... I don't know, I feel like maybe Tama just figured, you know what, I'm gonna do this no matter, you know, he's not asking anyone else, he's just making them. So, that means they got some free time to some extent. So, who knows? Maybe they will go rogue and be like, alright, Kim, look, I made this thing, and I'm gonna update the game for it. Whether you like it or not. So something actually gets done at some point. Who knows? I'm not. I don't think Kim would like that very much if people take too much liberties. But I'm like always exaggerating here and always simplifying stuff. Maybe it's like, I think if there's like, all right, Kim, I managed to fix this thing that, you know, maybe increase the performance a little bit. I think they should like make it go live. Oh, that's quick. You know, rather than just wait for the big update, just go ahead and hit live with it. Like, do a quick testing to see if it works and all that, and hit live. TR rank 3. Or maybe if they manage to add a new high quality texture that, you know, doesn't stand out. Because funny story, actually, I think somebody made like new textures for the Marines or the weapons. I can't remember which. That looked freaking amazing, but I like this was only on the development section, so I don't think anybody else saw it. So there was a new high, real good looking texture or something like that that made the Marine look really good and all that jazz. But the problem was whatever it was applied to, it made everything else look like shit on its. So I think it was a new weapon, but it didn't really fit with anything else because the weapon was like out of freaking Crisis 4 or something like that, and the Interstellar Marines are still at this matte whatever. Like it looks all right. Like there's nothing wrong with the game in a sense, but it's just the textures were so new and high that it didn't fit with everything else in the game. It like stood out completely, like something if the weapon was from a different game entirely. So maybe that would be something like, you know, that could be something that, you know, like, all right, maybe not this one just yet. You're gonna work out with a bit more, you know, so when you have like a texture update, it doesn't look out of place in a way. But yeah. So what happened to my rank? I don't know. Earlier during the stream, it happened in the middle of the stream. I suddenly got ranked up as I died or something like that. So I don't know. Now the question is, do I go to hell? Well, I mean the docking bay. No, stop putting on the damn silencer, damn it! But yeah, on the contrary, I've been thinking a lot like the original game mode, the Hell Week, as it was called, that's been designed for this wargame. Well, the quote-unquote original, which is now final mode, is supposed to take longer and you do all sorts of objectives. I think these maps, or in general, is way too small. So at some point when Hell Week is gonna be a thing again, rather than creating it for these wargame maps, they should redo the whole wargames from ground up. They need to expand all of the maps. And well, damn it. You know what? Fine. I'll stay at sub-docking. And I know that's like that's not stuff people want to hear because people hate war games, but that's something like overall I think they should have something else in place entirely, like oh. I think we, at that point, we would already maybe have people working on multiple things, such as if somebody's working on the co-op stuff, maybe someone else would be quietly working on remaking the Wargames to the Hell Week. Because the concept for the Hell Week is actually fairly interesting. On overall. Like, what we have right now is not really what's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lot more narrative. The whole thing. But all of this is too small to actually pull out the whole Hell Week experience. And I think people would, even the co-op people would be like, alright, I can get behind this Hell Week thing because it's much longer and it's more co-op based technically than these are. It's still a battle royale, but I think meeting people in that would be far more rarer than what it is in what we are doing right now. Also, it's permadeath, so you would go there with your friends. Well, just the maps do feel small even with not that many players on, but when you have like 64 players, like once you play this with a whole set of a lot of people, it's actually very crowded in here. And I don't know where the next crate is, and it looks like our friends are still in the docking bay, so maybe I'll head there. Well, for the classes, I think rather than having classes themselves, we need more... Like, that's what I mean, they wouldn't need to redo the war games, is because the maps are too small, and, like, everything's... There's not enough stuff to be placed here. So you could, like, let's say, some building in here would be, like... Maybe not even something that you would have in all of the maps, but you would have a base full of CTRs, and there would be an armory there. Or... Another one would be intel. So if you hit an armory, you could like equip yourself with all the it would be dangerous because you don't have that many equipment, let alone if you did find suppressors. I mean, with suppressors it would be much easier to take out the armory or just sneak into the armory, get the equipment and get out without raising an alarm or having to battle 500 CTRs for whatever. Obviously extravagating the numbers here. But, so yeah, like, if there was a base somewhere here, like if this middle section was a giant base, it would probably be hit instantly with the current gameplay. So it would be, you need more items, more equipment and thing, maybe even, like I suggested at one point that you wouldn't have the camos unlocked, rather you would find crates that have a camouflage for your suit. I don't know how that would work. Maybe it would be a piece of computer intel that upgrades your suit in a way. So you find like a USB stick somewhere and you slap it on your helmet and now you can use this particular camouflage for your suit. And there would be a system that, you know, actually makes the camouflage more or less effective against the CTRs depending on the environment that you're in. So if I was running with the bright white camouflage in here, the CTRs are likely to detect me much easier than they would do if I had something like a black camouflage in here. But some camouflages would work better than the others, but they, you know, some might actually make you easier to spot. But while something might not be completely... Canyon, okay. Let's say something like solid color would work, but maybe it wouldn't be as effective as a proper camouflage pattern, if that makes any sense. So let's say something like a sand. Damn it. I really shouldn't be going there. Let's say something like a solid sand color, like... Let's open up the thing. So let's say where we have some solid colors. So, okay, if you went to... not the urban glade, whatever. Fuck. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so desert solid. Let's say this would make it 20% less likely for the... Like, it would... There would be a number that would be reduced by 20%. Maybe the distance that the CTR spot you from, whatever. This would give you a minus 20%. But let's say if you found something like this one, this would be like 35. It would be better. The other one would still function, but this would be better. I don't know if this would work with the... And then there's like something like that. Maybe... Actually, that's pretty good for desert. So maybe this would be like 40% reduction. Just to throw numbers as a example. You know what? For the Christmas spirit, I'm gonna be running with my classic camouflage. I'm just rambling on my own, as usual. They're still in the docking bay? Good lord. Can't get... I wish they would come out of the damn docking bay already, because I don't want to go there. But not only the whole shuffle with the crates, you know, going back to the earlier discussion that I was saying, it would make it much more interesting because, you know, you would still memorize the locations of the crates, but you would, like, I know where which are the 250 ones and which are not. So now you would actually you would explore more opening crates. Like, this is 250 points. I can ignore all the others because I know they won't have any good amount of them, but this is worth picking up. But let's say if there was something else there, you know, I would check like, oh. Also, I think there could be some reduced number of crates because they're kind of everywhere. Or rather, the whole fact that we can't see where they are kind of kills the point that there are, you know, stuff. Yeah, love to use vehicles. Well, let's just say that as for now in game, none of these maps really function for the vehicles. I think I can't remember if the original concept had any vehicular combat. I want to say yes, but I would take that with a grain of salt. I know there's been talk that maybe you could like remotely control the Titan walkers to some extent. Just imagine, you sneak into the enemy base, you hack into their terminal, and all 4 people just go out with wrecking mayhem with what do you call them? The Titan walkers in the enemy base. Because there are different models of those Titan walkers, as we've seen on the what do you call it? You will believe trailer. Like, they literally are sneaking into some base, and there is a different, like, the enemy does have a Titan walker, although I'm fairly sure I think they were actually sneaking out, like it was part of the program that they were sneaking in, because I'm fairly sure all the enemies too look like Interstellar Marines in a way. I don't know. The trailer is very confusing when you actually start to think of it. Henry Mage is in the mountains, so I shall head that way. Mountains right there. They came or they're going for resort, so but hey, at least at least from the model that I did from excuse me, damn it. The model that I made from cardboard, even though the scale was kind of off because, well, and let's just say the I got tricked on by the game. Anyway, oh god, same CTR killed me twice in a row. The tanks in the 28mm scale could absolutely roll, no problem, in the resort. Like, even the super heavy tanks, like, I can't remember the name of the tank that I have. There we go. Not getting me third time in a row. Whatever my tank was, I can't remember the name of it. It's a main battle tank in a way. It is. It's something between the super heavy class and just a regular tank. No, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just the point is that even super heavy tanks from Warhammer 40k and 30k could roll around in that game, in that whatever. At least on the tabletop there was a lot of space for vehicle combat, which I thought, you know, there's just no way. But then again, the scale was off, so who knows? Some city fighting could be going on in that jazz. I think you should be hyped that there is progress, but you shouldn't be expecting that this progress is something that we will see in game anytime soon. I would put it that way. It's like, yeah, we got new stuff. It's just, all right, when are we actually gonna get to play it? That's the problem. Like, when is this something that we can actually see in game? It's gonna take a while. That's how I would say it. Like, yay, progress, but we probably won't see it anytime soon. Henry May just died. Depending on, like, grenades are kind of, you know, simple. Like, all right, we can actually use this, but what is the drone for? Like, there is really no need for drone, technically speaking, unless, well, I don't know, somebody made it, so I guess there's something that they want to do with it. I just can't think of what, aside like Wargames, because I want stuff for the whole game, not just one game mode. Like, drone is cool, but I don't know what it is being planned on, so I don't know. Damn it! Ah, that was probably, he probably heard that I was coming. Right then. Well, they'll probably be heading the resort since that is close to them. So, I'll just head over there then. Okay, assault. Oh yeah, and on a random note, I'm hoping to get Kim for the next week since it's gonna be 100th of Wargame. I hope that I can get the interview for the 100 Wargames tutorial Thursday. I have nothing planned for it, so don't expect anything. But I'd hope that we get Kim for it. Well, I think I kind of agree with you, Cannibal, but the thing is that, like, god damn it, like, I don't want just co-op, regular co-op mission. I want a co-op experience, so it would be actually a well thought out mission and not just some go here, flip the switch, do this, do that. Like, the thing, like, I'm only saying no to new co-op missions simply because I want more features into the game that would allow more complex co-op missions to be done. Like, maybe, I don't know, proper inventory system for one. So you would have to worry about the ammo. That would be just one simplistic aspect. But maybe, like, introduce the hacking ability. You would have to hack something. I don't know. Because the game is supposed to have all these things for the co-op, but it currently doesn't have any. So that's what I'd hope for, is seeing more features to make more complex co-op missions. Maybe have co-op missions that have different ways to end it, so, you know, if you fail an objective, like, okay, you were supposed to, let's say you sneak in, and the alarm goes on. The VIP has fled. Let's say assassination mission. You gotta take out this high value CTR, or something like that. And then if you botch it up and they get an alarm off, maybe you would have some, you know, you are still there, you need to get out, but the mission could change the objectives, like, okay, or maybe you would first go to disable something, like, let's say it's a weapons factory and you want to disable their lines, you know, make it, cut some wires here and there. So it would hamper with their production. Or make the, I don't know, just talking out of my ass here, like, just do something with the machinery so they would have to get new machinery in place to continue the production. But then during the missions, you come across a high value target. And so the mission would change from your main objective would be taking out the high value target, and the secondary objective would be to, you know, or maybe just, you know, forget the whole production thing. Just take out this target and get out fast as possible. Oh, cow, getting shot. Probably from up there. Nope, I think I got shot from the right. But yeah, basically, too long didn't read version is that I would want the co-op mission that is just more than killing CDRs, getting to, like, a Starground incident, get to the bottom of it, and then get out and kill CTRs in the process. Like, cool, we got a mission like that, but what next? I think NGI is another example of that. Go here, turn on the power, get out, basically. Long story short. Like, there's no... Okay, find a key. Okay, it has more. Find a key card and something like that. Yada, yada, yada. But... I don't know. I want something like maybe... the entire... have all these wargame maps combined into one large one. And just have, alright... Here's the... This is the enemy base. Now... So you have this play area, like, okay, let's say this whole thing here. You have this entire play area and you are given the mission to find and take out this, you know, dude. Something like that. You don't exactly know where he is, but you are in the general location of the... This whole is like a enemy base. So you just try to look for this high value target and, you know, you just go through each building, try to find clues where he could be, or where he has been, and where he's heading next. And then, you know, across the ways, like, you come along with the opportunities for a mission, like, get in, like, you would, let's say, you're in the mountains, you happen to be in this base, and you just, there happens to be a vault here, and you have found a key for the vault from another one, so you try to sneak into that base and maybe get new equipment and new weapons and all that stuff. This is what I mean, what I'm, like, I don't want the game to tell me where the objective is or where to go. I want the game to give me information. Alright, here you go. This is your play area. You have all the information that you need. Okay, you have a target, so you have objective. And then you work out the information yourself. Is that, you know... if it's... you might not find him in one particular base, or he manages to escape, but the information you have gathered from those bases, like an intel from those bases, you know where he could be heading next, or something like that. Or if he gets a whiff of you, you have only so much time to catch the VIP. And even if you failed, let's say the whole overall mission would be to capture the VIP, right? Oh, kill the VIP. Kill or capture the VIP. I don't know how that would work out, but either way. So that's your main goal. And it can fail. But you would get scored depending whatever you know, it's like you failed on the main mission, but you still managed to do damage to the enemy, like impede with their production, gather intel about their operations, or their future operations. So it's like, right, okay, we failed to kill this VIP, but we managed to do damage and gather intelligence about this and that and that. If that makes any sense. And maybe it would be like a quest chain, technically. So the game would say it's like, alright, you and your friends, this particular group of friends, when last time you played, this VIP got away. So maybe sometime... I forgot this was not supposed to be... So, while during another mission... Oh, goddammit, he was on my right. So, the game would kind of say what happened, like how did the particular group of friends missions go. Like, the VIP got away, but you managed to do all these things. And during a different mission... Let's say that while you're looking for the intel, you're doing an entirely different mission altogether. Sorry that I'm saying the same thing, but... You keep looking at the intel, and then you know this familiar name, and it's the same VIP that got away. So now, without the game actually telling you, you know that VIP is there. He's probably not like as valuable right now, but you have opportunity to take him out once again if you follow the, you know, gather more intel. Like, all right, this asshole again. We could take him out now, and maybe it would be like a hidden objective. If that makes any sense. I mean, talk is easy. Making all this stuff is hard as fuck, probably. So, let's see. I think this way? Ow, 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 ow. Got him. That was giggles. I need more ammo, so I gotta risk it. But I hope you guys get what I'm saying with the whole fact that I don't want just a co-op mission that is yada yada yada. I want more features that allows this kind of... you know, I don't think the Interstellar Marines is even intended to do something like that, but it would be a good example of co-op mission that I would want. But it wouldn't be just something like, I don't know, interests on the map, or like it would give you a marker. You would actually, like, the game wouldn't... Ow. Ow. Oh, right there. Fucking me. But yeah, I don't want the game to tell me, like, if I acquire a piece of intel, it would automatically update to my HUD and tell me, like, alright, 300 meters that way is the thing, your objective that you need to find. It'd be okay if you had a drone and you would scan it, basically. Maybe something like that. But you would actually have to read the intel yourself and figure out, like, alright, if the shipment went this way, like, the shipment was here and it was just moved. I don't know. But you get the idea. You would have to work out this information yourself, not have a waypoint telling you where to go.
Combat points are saved to your records.
Right, well, that was a non-stop talking for the entire 55 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Wargames Tutorial Thursday, and let's hope we get Kim for the next week. So, until next time, guys, see ya.